How to actually master small talk, even if you're an introvert. You know what's funny about small talk? Most people treat it like the opening band at a concert. Something you tolerate, something you suffer through. Just killing time until the real thing starts. The deep conversations, the late night talks. I've never told anyone this before. Moments. That's what we all say we want. But here's the part nobody likes to admit. Every single meaningful relationship you've ever had started with small talk. Every one. Your best friend didn't spawn into your life fully formed. It probably started with something painfully awkward like, "Hey, what classes are you taking?" Or, "So, do you come here often?" Uninspiring, forgettable, necessary. And yet, for some reason, introverts are told that if small talk drains them, it means they're bad at people. That's a lie. You're not bad at small talk. You were just taught the wrong way to do it. Because here's the unpopular truth. Small talk is not about what you say. It's not about being clever. It's not about having a script. And it definitely isn't about charisma. Small talk is about making another human feel like a human instead of an NPC waiting for dialogue options. And once you understand that, everything changes. The one skill that changes everything. Active observation. You don't need confidence hacks. You don't need conversation tricks. You don't need to fake being extroverted. You need one thing, active observation. I know. It sounds like something a sleep-deprived psychology major would say, but hear me out. Active observation is simple. It means paying attention to the person in front of you like they actually exist. Not their vibe, not their energy, not their aura. Real, physical, obvious details. What they're wearing. What they're holding. How they're standing. Whether they keep checking the clock like they regret every life decision that led them here. Most people don't notice anything. They're too busy thinking about what they're going to say next, or how awkward they look, or how fast they can escape. When you notice something and comment on it, you do something powerful, you make someone feel seen, not in a dramatic, poetic way, but in a quiet, human way. And humans are wired to respond to that. Why this works, psychology, without the boring part. There are two reasons this works so well. First, people crave acknowledgement, not praise, not validation, just acknowledgement. Hey, I noticed you exist. That alone lowers defenses. Second, observations are disarming. You're not interrogating them. You're not forcing them to perform. You're not asking, "So what do you do?" Or, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" You're just tossing the conversational ball in their direction. They can catch it. Or let it drop. No pressure. And that's why introverts are actually better at this once they stop trying to impress. What this looks like in real life. Let's say you're in a coffee shop. The person next to you is holding a book. Most people say, "So, what are you reading?" That sounds polite, but it's pressure. You're asking them to summarize, to explain, to justify their taste. Instead, you say, "That book looks like it's been through some things. That's it." It's an observation, neutral, interesting. Maybe they laugh and say it's their third reread. Maybe they say it's awful and they're finishing it out of spite. Either way, you've started a conversation without making them feel like they're being graded. Now imagine you're at a party, which if you're an introvert already feels like a personal attack. Someone walks by holding a plate of food that looks suspicious. Instead of hiding in the corner pretending to text someone who doesn't exist, you say, "Is that the chicken?" It looks like it fought back. You're not asking a question. You're making an observation. If they laugh, great. If they defend the chicken even better, door opened. Why this is perfect for introverts. Here's the best part. Active observation takes the focus off you. You don't have to be charming. You don't have to be funny. You don't have to carry the conversation. You just notice things and comment on them. That's it. It works at work meetings, first dates, family gatherings, networking events you don't want to be at, anywhere humans exist. Quick sponsor break. Then we go deeper. Now, once you understand how powerful noticing patterns and details is in conversations, it turns out that same skill applies to learning too. That's why today's sponsor is brilliant. Brilliant helps you train your brain to notice patterns, solve real problems, and actually understand things, whether it's math, programming, data analysis, or AI. No boring lectures, no memorization. Just interactive problem solving that makes things click. You can jump in for a few minutes a day, solve a couple of challenges, and walk away actually feeling smarter. If you're into programming, their Python courses let you start building things from day one. Games, tools, real projects, not just theory. You can try Brilliant free for 30 days at Brilliant.org or by clicking the first link in the description. You'll also get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Big thanks to Brilliant. Now back to small talk. How to practice this without overthinking. There are 3 steps. Step 1. Train your awareness. Put the phone down. Take the headphones out. Pretend you're a background character in a movie, just observing. What are people doing? Are they fidgeting, rushing, relaxed? Details are everywhere once you look. Step 2. Turn observations into comments. This is where people freeze. They worry about sounding weird. But here's the truth. No one is analyzing you as much as you think. Someone wearing a bright yellow jacket? That's a bold color choice. I respect it. Done. Doesn't need to be original. Just real. Step 3. Get comfortable with silence. Not every observation leads to a conversation, and that's okay. The goal isn't to force connection, it's to offer it. If they don't engage, you move on. No rejection, no failure, just information. More examples, because this is where it clicks. You're at a Halloween party. Someone walks in wearing a tie covered in tiny rubber ducks. Most people ignore it. You say, "Okay, I need to know the story behind the ducks." Now you've turned an accessory into an identity moment. Or shoes. Those are way too clean to be comfortable. Coffee order. That's a lot of whipped cream for someone who doesn't look like they're celebrating. Someone's dog. I feel like your dog judges people, and I respect that. Notice the pattern? You're not trying to be clever. You're just paying attention. The one rule you cannot break. You have to mean it. People can smell fake interest instantly. If you're only doing this because you think you should, it won't land. You don't have to care deeply. You just have to care briefly. For 5 minutes, that person matters. And that's where introverts usually get this wrong. We think small talk is shallow. It's not. It's only shallow when no one's paying attention. The shift that changes everything. Once you practice this, something weird happens. Small talk stops feeling like a chore. It becomes a game. You start noticing details automatically. You stop worrying about what to say, you stop performing. And people respond because almost no one does this anymore. When someone genuinely notices you, it feels like a glitch in the system. You stand out without trying. Final thought. So next time you're stuck in line at a coffee shop, look at the person in front of you. What are they holding? What are they wearing? How are they standing? Pick one thing. Make one comment. Worst case? They don't respond. You move on with your life. Best case? You just made a real connection without ever needing to be good at small talk. And that's the whole point.